Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of A Little Bit Woo. We are your hosts, Kirsty and Gemma, and today we are talking about accountability. So, first of all, I just want to say I'm sorry if I sound a little bit husky. She's got a cold, bitches.
Husky. Woof.
All right. So, I'm sounding a little bit nasally and a little bit, but sexy, I'm not going to lie. I've got a cold. Now, it is self inflicted because I went on holiday. I mean, how very dare she?
For a bit of self-care.
For a bit of self care,
We're taking our own advice.
of course, and ended up, because I can't just sit still when I'm on holiday, I have to do something. So I set myself a challenge to swim 100 lengths of a pool, which clocked, in fairness, right? I tried to work it out that it should have been 4,000 meters, but because my watch, Garmin watch, is, I'm blaming the Garmin watch, shit.
Take accountability, Gemma.
Pardon me. It worked out that it was 3,750 meters. So I was in a pool for an hour and 53 minutes. I clocked up, and yeah, hence why I've now got a cold, because swimming with your head under the water for that length of time, don't ask me why. I'm basically channeling my inner narwhal, and I have to.
You sparkly narwhal.
She is indeed.
I bet you were sparkly when you came out the water.
I was wrinkly.
Wrinkly narwhal.
That's terrible. So that's why I've got a cold. So please bear with us if we sound a little bit husky. But that almost became the reason why we wanted to talk about accountability this week. And accountability, especially in the equine world, from different dynamics, really. Kirsty's just sipping a cup of tea, and I'm like, can you please talk now because I need to cough? And she's just like, I've got a mouthful.
And I need to swallow.
Are you ready?
Well, I've drunk my tea now, so
Was
just
that a
on a
nice
side
cup of
note,
tea?
buttermint tea, guys.
Rather flipping illusionary, not gonna lie.
Yeah, life changing. Buttermint tea,
Life-changing.
Twinings buttermint tea. Actually, no, I know we're going off on a tangent here,
Go for it.
but I got offered buttermint tea from one of my lovely clients, Helen, when I was out working, and it tastes like Merry Mints. It's amazing. And then where were we when you offered me buttermint tea?
Horse and Shit Showcase.
Oh yeah, and you were like, "Have you tried buttermint tea?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and we went to the next level with our buttermint tea.
I think everyone that was with us that weekend was going to go home basically.
Yeah.
With shares and buttermint tea.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Amazon would have been like, what the hell? Why is our buttermint tea orders gone through the roof?
Yeah.
It's because we all just went in.
I feel like we need commission on buttermint tea orders now.
But in all seriousness, if you've never tried it, don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, get a box of buttermint tea.
Yeah. Anyway, accountability.
Drink
buttermint tea.
I don't know why you're pointing at me.
Because I need to cough.
Well, you need to hurry up and cough.
Why do you think accountability is so important?
Oh. Well, you just need to... I don't want to use the word accountability. What word do I want to use? It's not going to my brain. I'm a bit frazzled. Take responsibility for your actions is the word that I was looking for.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for.
Totally agree.
So if you're going out and you're going to do something, then you need to take responsibility for that. If you're sharing information, you need to take responsibility for that. If you're putting yourself out there, you take responsibility for that, don't you?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we've noticed in this last week, in especially on social media in the equine industry, is there's been a hell of a lot of toxicity and what's the word?
It's just all very negative, isn't it?
Very, very negative.
And I don't think it helps anybody.
No,
You know. Yeah,
it's
all
back
right.
and forward.
It's almost very petty, isn't it? And we don't need that, because things get said, and then that almost tarnishes what a lot of people just take buzzwords from things, don't they? And then it ends up tarnishing the good that people are doing. So we
Yeah,
almost that
agreed.
we're making headway with welfare grounds with horses, and people are starting to change how they're looking at how they're doing things with the horses, and then a buzzword gets thrown into an argument situation, and then people start to retreat because that's then been thrown out there, and they're like, oh no, well, we can't look at that because say like the word posture, somebody might bring that into a conversation, and actually we do need to be looking at posture, but
Yeah.
we need to be looking at everything. But then if somebody gets that word posture in the head and says, and then it becomes like a bit of a buzzword that's a negative buzzword, then who's that helping?
No, agreed. And I think this boils down to, what does accountability mean? Where does it come from? And I mean, we're just talking as professionals at the moment and what we're seeing, but then how does that correlate to the everyday horse owner who, you know, if we're not taking accountability as professionals for how we behave,
Mm?
or do you know what? It's not just how we behave, it's owning it,
Yeah,
taking
own your shit.
accountability. Bingo. Don't run away from it.
No.
It's if you're displaying yourself in a certain way, at least hold yourself accountable for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't, I mean, our like what we're seeing this week in particular, looking at it from both ends of the spectrum, are people on both ends holding themselves accountable?
No, probably not.
So, what does accountability mean to you as an individual person, not just a professional? Oh
I
God, she's
feel like
laughing.
you're asking me questions today, and I'm just like, I've worked the
She does
longest
not
week
want to
of my
play
life,
today.
and I'm like, oh, my brain is empty. I feel I need to know what accountability means to you, because you keep asking me this question.
Well, accountability to me is that, if we're talking about it in relation to horses, is how 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 do we show up for our horses? Taking accountability for our own behavior, our own, can't think of the word now. So yeah, our own behaviors, understanding when we get it wrong. And that's not to say pardon me, that's not to say that, you know, getting things wrong is a bad thing, because I think that's the only way we learn and move
Well, you
forward.
learn from mistakes, don't you?
Yeah,
Making mistakes.
absolutely.
I
But
think if you can reflect on things,
mhm,
that's
but that is
accountability.
accountability,
Yeah. Is the fact
reflection.
that you can, we all do things and try things, don't we? But if you can then, if you've had a session with your horse, and then you go and reflect on that and go, how could I have done that differently? That's accountability, isn't it? And then, if things maybe didn't quite go right, then you're looking at why it didn't go right.
But
But
it's not,
own why it didn't go right.
but not beating yourself up about
Yeah,
it.
don't beat yourself up over it.
Learn and grow from it,
Yeah.
but hold yourself accountable. And if you look at it from the other side of the spectrum, where there is so many welfare issues, um, or you know how horses are being treated, people aren't holding themselves accountable on that end of the spectrum either.
Do you want to know the Google definition for accountability?
Give me the Google definition.
Accountability refers to being responsible for one's actions and decisions and being answerable for their consequences. It involves taking ownership of one's work and being willing to explain and justify one's conduct. Accountability is essential for maintaining trust, order, and effective performance in personal relationships, workplaces, and society, and with horses. It doesn't say that, but I'm adding that little bit in.
Yeah. Yeah. If we want to create an environment of change in this industry, we all have to take accountability.
Yeah.
Not just us as professionals, but horse owners in general.
Mm.
And what does, accountability is owning where we're at.
Yeah.
That and understanding that, taking accountability of where we're at in our learning, where we're at in our development, where we're at with our horses in terms of their welfare, their management, their lifestyle, etc., etc.
Yeah. And not blaming other people.
Oh God.
That's a lot of what we hear, isn't it? Oh well, they told me to do this, they told me to do that. No, just own your shit. You may have got it wrong, but again, reflect, move on, learn from it.
This is, I do think this is a big one, because, and I think it's a general conditioning in society anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone's so quick to blame other people.
And the tools and everything else.
Yeah. Take accountability.
Yeah.
It is no one else's responsibility but your own.
And how many times do people blame the horses for things?
Take accountability. This comes
He
back.
did that, he did that, he did this, he did that, and it's like, but what did you do?
Oh yeah.
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 I hear that all the time. He did this, he did that. But at no point do they say what they were doing in that situation. And often I will turn around and say, so what did you do?
So accountability is self-reflection.
Yeah.
Being able to look inwards and
not just looking for an excuse.
so it's interesting now that we're coming full circle when we're talking about accountability, especially with what we've seen this week. It's the looking inwards
Yeah.
that needs to be taken accountable for.
Well, again, it comes back to working on yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like what we've kind of talked about in previous episodes, that the best way we can move, well, like I was saying about myself, the best way I found I can move forward in what I'm doing is to work on myself.
Yeah.
And that essentially is working on accountability, isn't it?
Yeah.
And self-reflection.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, not been self-critical that I'm, beating myself up over anything, but like you said before, if we make mistakes, then we learn from the mistakes, don't we?
And also learning to apologize.
Yeah.
Not
And putting your hands up.
Yeah, if I've done something wrong,
Even if you
own
might
it.
have been preaching something for years, and then you might go, actually, oops, maybe
And
that's
that's
not.
okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
now
That's
I've
where
seen.
we're
Now
at.
I've put a different. I think this is how I'm quite visual with things. Now I've put a different pair of glasses on and looked through a different lens at something. I can now see why that might not be right. And I know that I've done that. Like I might have preached something before, and now I've kind of gone away from preaching things. I'm on that kind of that curve of where you kind of know that you feel like you know everything, and now I feel like I know nothing, so I don't really preach
yeah.
anything now. I just kind of stand back and go, oh well, I'll take that information and I'll work with that, but it might not be the same as what I work with in a week or a month's time. But yeah, I think that is just a case of that I'm just working on myself more and realizing that actually I've got so much to learn that.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, I do think, that I do know a lot, but I feel like I don't know a lot because I am doing that self reflection all the time and just striving for better all the time.
I think that's a really integral place to be.
Yeah, yeah. I quite like the place where I am now and not being
I
like
like the
an
place you're at
egotistical
too.
young person. I feel like I've kind of progressed. I've progressed from that. And yeah,
But it's a
it
part of
also,
growth and growing up
yeah,
and getting older.
but it
I know
comes,
that sounds ridiculous, but it is. It's about life experiences that you have,
yeah,
which makes you wiser to the ways of the world, and especially if you're going down a more spiritual path or holistic path. You start looking from a different lens, don't you? And this is what.
and it's like you say, I feel like I'm like almost like sat on the outside looking in now
Mm,
at myself,
yeah,
like almost like out of my body looking in, sort of thing,
yeah,
at how I'm working.
and society
Yeah, yeah,
and situations.
yeah.
Interestingly, I when I was flying home last night from Mallorca, we were flying past a thunderstorm, and it, I mean, I actually took a video of it. I should post it on
Yeah, we'll
the
put it
Woo
on the
page.
Instagram, Facebook,
And as
socials.
we were flying past and I was watching it, I mean, it's quite a humbling experience because you think, flipping heck, bit scary that so close to it, but obviously we were going around it and
Mm, you went over it.
not over it. We're going around it. I don't want to go over it. I don't want to go under it, and I didn't want to go through it either.
I used
We
to
go
love
through
that one.
enough trenches when we're doing our work. um, and I was watching it, and all I kept getting, especially dwelling on what you're seeing happening at the moment, especially on social media. I was watching it, and what kept coming through was you can sit back and observe. You can watch from afar.
You can watch a storm.
You can watch that storm happening, but you don't have to engage in it, and you shouldn't really, because engagement only feeds the storm.
Yeah. Or you get struck down by it.
Get
Talking of
you.
lightning.
Give me the mic and drop it on the floor.
It's all right, Ernie. I won't drop you on the head. Oh, yours is Ernie. What's mine, Eric? Talking about the microphones.
Whoever. Yeah, exactly that. And especially if we're looking at it from a social media, you know, pardon me. There's so much. People are just seeing through the BS now. The difference is you can either engage with the BS or just walk away.
But the thing is, we also shouldn't be striking people down. We should all be striving to help each other.
Yeah, but this comes back to
for the good of the horse.
Exactly, and mankind.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You know,
be kind to mankind.
So, where does it all come from? When people are passively aggressively, if you want to call it that, going at each other on social media, number one, what does that say to the horse community? Apart from it's pretty effed up. But when you look at it from a different lens, one of the things that I've been sitting with this week whilst being on holiday, so when you go on holiday, you know, you sit in your thoughts and you sit in your feelings and it comes through, is what comes from a place of love is on the right road, because it shows compassion and kindness and willingness and growth and accountability.
Yeah.
So when you look at a situation and you go, why is this back and forward happening? Someone's got to have the next penny worth. It's almost like flexing muscles. It's like, where is that coming?
Where's it coming from, and where's it going to? It it's it's
Well, if
not
you're
gonna
looking at
it's
it from
not
the good of
gonna
the horse, it ain't gonna go anywhere, is it?
it's
You've
not
just
gonna
got
end well, is
muscle
it? That's the
flexing.
problem. But I think it's possibly coming from a place of people who are working through their own shit, basically, aren't they? But
Or
it
not
doesn't need to.
taking accountability,
Yeah,
coming
they're
from
not
a
taking
place of
account.
love.
Yeah, yeah. But I do think it
But this
probably
goes
starts
back
with that they've got their own little demons that they're kind of working with, and um. But I don't think that then needs putting onto other people.
exactly, and
Be
it
accountable for your demons.
just or take accountability to how we show up to the horse community,
Yeah.
not just as ourselves. But again, it's going back to episode one, purists versus realists.
Mm.
Going back to let them theory, let them, let me.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a choice to how you show up in this horse community.
Mhm.
So please read the book. It's just let let me let me decide how I react. Let me decide how I take accountability for my own actions, behaviors, thought processes.
But it also comes back to like the episode on like energy and things like that and positivity and all things like that. Like if we're creating a negative kind of
Just feeds it.
environment, pardon?
Just feeds it.
Yeah, negativity breeds negativity, positivity breeds positivity. So if we're feeding into that with negativity all the time,
Or
it's when
engaging in it,
and
remember?
that's what I mean. People are jumping onto it, but you're then lowering yourself to that instead of just going, let them, pulling all this together. Let them do what they're doing, and let us, let me not get involved with that, and look at it from
A
and
different angle.
be
And also,
accountable.
yeah, and taking accountability
Yeah.
means how do I show up to build a better positive environment? And then that leads back to what we said. I can't remember which episode it is, about being an inspiration,
Mm.
inspiring people.
So yeah, it was in the let them theory, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That the way that you can change how people behave is by, you know, leading by example, not by telling people. Because that's again, it's a negative sort of energy frequency, isn't it? That to be telling people, but to lead by example, it's a very positive
Mm.
frequency, I'd say.
Yeah.
Um, and it almost you bring people up with you rather than dragging people
Yes.
down with you,
Yeah.
which I think telling people how things should be does drag people down,
Hmm.
whereas leading by example lifts people up.
She's on a roll, considering she said she was tired today.
I feel like I've just had my awakening after the buttermint tea.
That's magical stuff, that.
It's just hit the sweet spot. And now I'm fueled.
Oh, we'll be on a roll now. Yeah, no, I felt compelled that we had to speak about this week, especially after what we've seen. And again, just put a disclaimer out there: we're not here to diss anyone. This is a safe space of positivity and love, and a lot of snot at the moment. I sound like I'm getting croakier as the episode
Getting
goes on.
huskier.
No, I'm not going to start singing, honestly. So, yeah, we're not here to diss anybody. We're here to encourage people.
Well, I think
And
it's
I
also
don't
to just
think
put a
taking accountability is a negative thing. Don't run away from it. Sorry, I'm pointing at you, but I feel I have to do that
put
today.
the finger away.
I'm not even going to comment.
um,
It's not negative
no, it's
to
not
take
negative.
accountability. It's
No.
actually a really positive thing. If you've effed up, just own it. Own it. Apologize to yourself. And
Apologise to your
move
horse.
on.
Yeah. Move on.
And
Learn from it. Yeah.
Let me
entertain you.
Not today.
Oh dear.
I love that. So, yeah, that's accountability, I think. Anything else to add?
No, I think, I just, again, to just, I wouldn't, don't get involved. I'm not telling you what to do because that's, let them, but I just don't get involved with things like that.
Don't feed it.
Yeah, don't feed it. Like I say, getting involved with things like that just seems to bring the energy down, whereas we need to just uplift each other and bring the energy up. And yeah, let me move on and do things how I want to do and own my own shit, basically. And if people do fuck up
Be
with
real.
stuff, accept when they do, admit that they've done things wrong. Don't hold that against them for the rest of their lives. I know people
Yeah.
have, people will get things wrong. Oh, well, they do it like that, and you're like, well, if you look at actually what they're doing, they've changed what they're doing, so it doesn't define them for the whole life.
Yeah,
We're
but if you look
constantly
at it,
evolving, aren't we?
look at it. I'm going to mention Mr. Schiller again.
Yeah.
Look at Warwick. Right,
Oh yeah.
here's some story time for you. So I first went on a clinic with Warwick back in probably about 10 years ago, maybe 9, 10 years ago in Holland. Excuse me. And when I saw him then, I was literally like, oh, I don't know if I like you. Side note, I actually told them to his face that I didn't like him then, not then. So
Since
I
then,
just stepped away and I was like, this is not for me. This is not for
you
where,
do you, not
yeah,
for me. Thank you
not
very
for me.
much.
I will politely and professionally just go, it's not for me. So I'm just going to carry on in my own little lane. And then obviously seeing him starting the podcast and him having quite an awakening and watching him develop as a horse person and him changing.
It's not even as a horse person; it's as a person.
Well, yeah. My admiration for him did a 360.
Oh yeah.
Now, where was it 3 years ago? 2 years ago? I saw him at the horse showcase and um, we had an evening dinner, all the sponsors and the main trainers and stuff. And I went up to speak to him, and my words, I shook his hand and I said, "Mr. Shearer, I just want to say I met you about 9 years ago in Holland on a clinic. I was attending one of your clinics." And first of all, I think that struck it interest because he was like, "Why is there an English person in Holland?" I was over there saddle fitting, so I just so happened to attend his clinic as well. And I just said, "I'm going to be honest with you, Warwick. I didn't like you then." And his words were, "Well, I didn't like me either." That's accountability.
Yes.
And I said to him after, I said, "But the person you are now and watching your journey, that is inspiring. And the fact that you've been raw and real and honest, honesty and accountability, they go hand in hand."
Mm. And
And
it's all through doing just self work on himself, isn't it?
absolutely.
He's literally looked from the outside in and gone, I think I need to work on that. I've got some demons I need to work on. It seems lots of
And
demons since he's gone down rabbit holes.
Preaching it.
Oh, no, he's not preaching it.
He's just being accountable
Yeah,
for himself.
but look how much that has changed how he works with horses.
But look how much has it changed a lot of the horse community.
Yeah, but first and foremost, how he now shows up for a horse has completely changed, and it's not because he's changed how he works with horses. He's worked on himself, which has then changed how he then shows up for a horse and how
he takes accountability for not being perfect.
Yeah,
I love that.
He doesn't strive for perfection
because it doesn't exist. Did you like how I whispered that?
You need to stop whispering because they won't be able to hear you.
I'll put the microphone Nothing. Yeah, no, he doesn't preach perfection. He doesn't. Do you know what I love about Warwick? Is he champions people.
Yeah.
He sees people where they're at. Not in a.
But do you not think that's because horses see people where they're at?
Oh gosh, yeah.
And he's a student to the horse.
Yeah, that's a true accountable student. Why did I say that? What the hell?
Don't cry.
No, but I think, do you know what I love is that how we start delving into these conversations and how they organically just happen.
Yeah.
You have little light bulb moments where you just go, oh my God. Like, yeah. Humble, accountable, honest,
and real.
Real. You can't get, I think, especially in this horse world, you can't mask. Well, you can when there are people doing it.
You get your bullshit called out eventually, though, don't you?
Yeah. But then, if you hide behind a mask, that's where you need to turn inwards as well. And don't get us wrong, we all do it.
Well,
we all hide a lot of ourselves, and that's okay.
Until you're ready to uncover it.
But at least be accountable for it. Just be accountable. It's quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's I don't know. I just think in life, if you can't be straight and honest and say it as it is, it leaves a lot of, I can't think of the word now.
Well, it's a lot of like grey area into
Yes.
in how you. It's. I think horses are a lot better than us because they don't blur the lines, do they?
No.
They're very straight in how they communicate, whereas I think humans blur lines a lot, and that's why it's really hard to see where some
song.
That's why it's really hard to know where some people are coming from because they're just not open and honest with it. So we should learn from the horse in how they communicate that it's very clear. If you listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Flipping heck. Have you noticed that it's been quite deep for us today? Need to come out with some flipping innuendo now just to get us vibrations back up.
Well,
again.
you did say you were going deep.
Oh God. So yeah, we'd really like to hear what your thoughts are. I mean, I'm sure there's people in the woo community that well, I know.
Is that what we're calling it now? The woo community.
A little bit woo community. Come on.
The woo woos.
That are feeling the same, professionals and horse people. We're seeing a lot of things happening at the moment that it ain't fun. And yeah, this is not us. This is not having a bitch fest. We're not here for that. We're here for.
No, I think we're just speaking what people are thinking.
We're straight up and real.
Yeah.
But we're not here for a bitch fest. We're here to raise each other's vibrations. So be interesting to hear what people's thoughts are this week of how it's feeling, because you've seen it happen, and I mean, I actually just feel really sad. I'm going to be honest and be like, why are we getting to this point? We don't.
I've honestly just I've been that busy this week that I've not really, until you've brought my attention to things, that I've kind of stayed away from it. But that's kind of how I'm going a little bit now. I'm keeping off of social media just because I think it does lower my vibration too much. So yeah, that's one bit of advice.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, then you can't see it, and it can't bring you down, can it? It's like I don't listen to the news anymore because that lowers my vibration.
No, I don't listen to the news.
And then people are like, "Have you seen that so and so's happened?" I'm like, "Nah, but you know."
Oh, do you know what? Here's my advice: kiss of death.
Oh yeah. there's always that cross in the top corner that you can just
get rid of it.
delete their account. Don't need that negativity in my life.
And it goes back to that, isn't it? You know, do we want to live in a world where negativity is constantly feeding negativity? Vibrationally and spiritually, this is exactly what the world in inverted commas wants us to happen.
Oh yeah.
It wants to shadow and dampen down the light workers, who we call it.
Mm-hmm. You ain't dimming my light, bitch.
Absolutely not. Mine's as sparkly can be.
I am sparkling.
Little narwhal.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Oh yeah, that was on one of our quotes this week.
Was it?
During our shows, flipping heck. Shows how much you notice.
Oh, I've told you, it's been a long week. I've done a marathon this week. Not literally running a marathon, but I've done a marathon of horses this week. I've treated nearly double the amount of horses I'd normally treat, but in the same sort of time scale. And travel all the way down to the Midlands and back. And stuck on the M1 for 5 hours.
No comment.
Well, that was an experience in itself.
That's a podcast in itself.
That is a podcast in itself.
No, I was saying no comment, as in, yeah.
Oh, I know you travel all over the place, but boundaries.
It's the next episode. So I think we'll wrap it up there, don't you? Okay. Well, thank you so much, as always, for listening to this week's episode. Please follow, like, subscribe, share it with a friend. Please come over and follow us on our social media and join in.
I think we've only got 10 followers at the minute, so get on there, guys.
We have not, because I keep inviting all my friends.
Oh, well, I clearly have no friends to invite.
Come on now. Anyway, thank you again, and we will see you next time for a little bit more woo.
Woo woo!